Hello.
Yes, my friend. How are you? You are live on air. What do you like to say to us?
Oh, okay. I just want to say, right, that you know, what the okay, if if Christianity is so special, okay, why then is there no guarantee of salvation?
Who said that to you? Jesus, he said, whoever believe in me and die will live. It is you Muslims who believe there is no guarantee for salvation. And let me show you that. The Quran says, وَمَا مِنْكُمُ إِلَّا وَارِدُهَا. Do you know what does that mean? Not a single one of you, but he will enter hell.
Yeah, because you always quote this verse, right?
No, I don't always quote. I have many of them. This is one of many. So you agree?
No, not this one.
So you agree with the Quran saying, no, I don't quote only this verse because I have many verses. I will show you, no problem. Read with me. How the Quran says that each one of you Muslims will go to hell.
Oh yeah, in Surah Maryam, that one, right? I think I know.
Okay. Yeah. So
no. What I mean is that because you always quote the Bible, right? That not everyone who calls me Lord, Lord.
Yes. Because
sure.
this verse is speaking about hypocrite. Read the rest. People who do work for their glory, not for the glory of God, they are hypocrite. So Jesus is not the same as Muhammad, who says to you, say shahada. Jesus, he don't care for your shahada, because your shahada is a false shahada if you don't practice what you witness for. And good tree give good fruits. That's why Jesus says, from their fruits you shall know them. So what he will know you? How he will know you? It's a Christian who have a believer who have the fruit of Jesus. So if you are a Christian who don't have a fruit, it means you are a fake Christian. You are a Christian by name. So salvation is granted for those who are true Christians. Fake Christian doesn't work. Saying, okay, Lord, 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 from now until tomorrow, if you don't really believe from your heart, you will not be saved. Secondly, how you believe in your heart, but yet you have no good fruits? It's like saying to me, I am a supermarket, and then we go inside to find the shelf empty. So why you call yourself supermarket? What is super about you?
Yeah, but I thought the Bible says, right, that we are saved by faith alone and not by works or something like that, right?
No, my friend, it's not your work will save you. Yes, it's your faith, but faith automatically bring the fruits, which mean faith. And the Bible says too that faith without deeds is a dead faith. So imagine Jesus says to you, okay, I was hungry and you feeded me. I was a stranger and you took me in. I was a prisoner and you visited me. But you don't do that. That means you have a dead faith. You are not really a faithful person. So it's not your work will save you, it's your belief. But if you are a person of a true belief, then the work will come. So how we will recognize the person? Not by saying I will Lord, Lord, but by the fruit. Because if you are a true believer, then you have a good fruit. So it's not the fruit will save you, it's your true faith. But how we examine the true faith? By the fruit. You get the point?
Yeah, actually I want to ask you, right, because I'm confused. Actually in Islam there are some hadith, right, that say that there are some hadith that say that every Muslim will go to heaven, right?
No.
Will go to
See, Muhammad, let me explain to you, my friend. As long as you open this topic, the prophet, he says the opposite. You see, one of the proof that Muhammad is a false prophet is the following. Did your prophet says that no one of you save him his work? Yes or no?
Sorry, again, one more time.
None of you saved by his deeds. Yes or no?
Are you referring to the hadith where Aisha was at the funeral and then
no.
He said
no.
Okay.
Here we go. Read it in front of you. It's Sahih. None of you. You see the translation here? It says who do deeds alone. The hadith doesn't say alone at all. This is false translation. It says there's none. This is the Arabic one. If you speak Arabic, it says قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ليس أحد ينجيه عمله قالوا ولا أنت يا رسول الله قال ولا أنا إلا أن يتداركني الله منه برحمة. The Prophet said none of you is saved by his work. Not only, you see here they add the word alone. That's a lie. And then they said to him, even you, Prophet of Allah, he says, even I, unless Allah warp me with his mercy. Do you see it?
Yeah, I know, but
okay.
but why
no,
is it
what do you mean you know? Hold on. What do you mean you know? Isn't it the Quran says that the one who give loan to Allah, Allah will forgive his sin and will take him to heaven?
Yeah.
Okay, isn't it this is a contradiction? Which one is true? Muhammad teaching here or Muhammad teaching there?
Yeah, that's why I'm confused. Because there are some hadiths that say, right, that all Muslims will go to heaven. Yeah. But then there are also hadith that say that Muslims, not all will go to heaven. So I don't know which is the...
My friend. Muhammad is a false prophet. He cannot hold his mouth for the same sentence twice. This is why he made verses saying that any verse we cause to be forgotten or we abrogate. Why? Do you know what is behind this statement? Do you have an idea?
No.
Okay. Muhammad, he says something in the morning, he changed his mind afternoon. So the Arab, they were laughing. Okay, what kind of a prophet this prophet is? In the morning he says something, afternoon he says something else. Okay, do he have one God or two gods? It's just like, okay, he go to sleep, he woke up in the morning, he come with a new verse contradicting the first verse. So the Arab, they refuse Muhammad for a very serious reason.
But what is the standard belief? Do they actually go to heaven or?
Obviously, my friend. First of all, Muhammad is not a prophet. So what heaven you are talking about? And what kind of heaven? This heaven where women, they will be inside packages. They will inside a cabbage. Sorry. What kind of heaven? You enter the heaven and there is women fighting over you to sleep with you. I mean, is that really a heaven? This is a pimp house. When you talk about heaven, I question myself. I mean, how Muslims even they speak about heaven? Did you ask yourself how God became a pimp? How God he provide you? I mean, God he could not make me happy. God is the creator of all kind of happiness in life, the real happiness, not sex. Sex exists for a reason. So we reproduce. As long in the heaven there is no reproduction, nobody have babies. So what the point of this sex? Allah could not find a better way except a grape and wine and naked women and boom boom. So you know how that can be. Obviously the nature of the heaven of Islam is proven to us that Islam to be a false religion. The promises, have you ever heard of a prophet, he promised you to wear a bracelet of gold? In different verse he's contradicted himself. He forgot what he said. He's a bracelet of silver. Why? I don't know. What's your name, my friend? What's your name?
Imran. That's my real name.
Okay, Imran. So are you really happy that you will have a bracelet made of gold in heaven? Why you are laughing? I mean, come on, this is a bracelet of gold. Finally you will have a bracelet of gold. I mean, this is heaven. So what kind of God this God is? A bracelet of gold? What this God is talking about? So now because I pray to Allah 5 times a day all my life, he will give me a green silk t-shirt and a bracelet of gold, and that supposedly is heaven. And then women are fighting over sleeping with me. So now in heaven I am not free. I am more addicted into sex. I became a slave of sex because I don't have a choice. That's it. He made me in a certain way. He created me in a certain way, and now I have no choice except to do what Allah he made me for. And now what he made me for? He made me a sex machine, and he created for me 6 Barbies. Their job is to sleep with me. They don't have other job. They are not going to do laundry. They are not going to do cook. They are not going to love me. Their job is sex. Right? I want you to read
Okay.
something with me in the screen.
I can't because I'm using my handphone.
Hmm.
So I can't open up
Okay,
the.
I
I've
will
only got
post the
one.
link for you later. You can read it, please. I will. You know what? I will post the link for you in Skype. You can open it in your
Okay.
phone still, right?
But I can. Yeah, but I can download the video later, right? I can.
Yeah, but I want you to read
watch it.
this. You know, save it
Or
for
maybe-
your preference. It says, when the
Okay.
disbeliever began to deride the matter of abrogation, saying that one day Muhammad he enjoy his companion with to one thing, and then next day he forbid them. Do you see it, people? Do you see it? How this can be
Yeah.
from God? In the morning he tell them to do something. Second day he go to sleep. He wake up. He come back. He said not something else. How this can be from God?
Mm.
So the Arab, they were
Actually-
laughing at him. They were saying like, what kind of a prophet is, what kind of God is God? You know, God, he told Moses something. Musa did not go back and a second day, and he, not even a 10 year, not even 20 years, not even 30 years after, even he died and he did not change anything. This is God order. So if this is coming from God, why this guy, he go to sleep, he wake up in the morning, he say something different, the opposite. He forbid what he told them yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
obviously this man is an idiot.
Yeah.
People, they laugh at what he's teaching. So now he say, oh, people are laughing at me, I should change it. He go home, he think about it, in the morning he say something the opposite.
No, you know, actually, I'm a Chinese. Okay, my
You're what?
wife is a Muslim. I'm a Chinese.
Yeah, but you're a Muslim, right?
Yeah, because my wife is a Muslim.
And so now what, you want to stay as a Muslim just because your wife is a Muslim?
Actually, there's a very difficult question that I've always asked, and nobody could answer my question. And those ustads that I actually asked, they are quite angry with me. So the question is about prayer is wajib, in Islam, right?
So my friend, before you go to the question, are you saying to me that you converted to Islam because of your wife, you marry a Muslim woman, or you are from a Muslim family?
Sorry?
Are you from a Muslim family?
Sorry,
Are you born of a Muslim family, or you converted to Islam because of you marry a Muslim woman?
Yeah. The second one.
You converted to Islam because you marry a woman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, how you do that? Just for the sake of a woman, you convert to different religion?
Yeah. So the thing is that the question is that when you pray on a horizontal surface, how are you going to face the Kaaba? In fact, so some of the ustad, they give explanations like, the thing you can do is you try to get as close as possible to the Kaaba. But I say, if you draw a straight horizontal line, you will not end up at the Kaaba. You will end up in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
My friend, not only that, do you know that Indonesian
Yeah,
we're praying to the wrong direction for the last almost 1,000 years?
No, whichever country you are from, it is impossible for you to face the Kaaba.
I know. Because the earth is not a flat, right?
Yeah, but the ustads tell me, you just don't ask so many questions. Don't ask so many questions. If the direction is determined by the ulama, so just follow the ulama.
My friend,
if they say this is the
those ulamas are a bunch of joke. Look at this, guys. Indonesian Muslim turn prayer back to Mecca after 1,000 years. Where was Allah all those 1,000 years? Okay, the Indonesian people, they are people praying to Allah in the direction of the Kaaba. 1,000 years pass, and then the American GPS taught them that this is the wrong direction. Where's Jibreel of Allah? Why Allah don't send his messengers? Why Allah even don't guide them? Because secondly, the Quran, my friend, the Quran confirmed clearly that the earth is flat. There's tons of verses in the Quran speaking about the earth is flat. Don't you know that? Do you hear me?
Yeah, the only way that you can face the Kaaba if the earth is flat. But science tells us that the earth is round. So if the earth is round, how are you going to face the Kaaba? That's what I'm confused about.
You see, the Muslim, when they translate, they try to cover up. They say, and Allah has made to you the earth wide expense. The fact, it doesn't say, it says besought, flat like carpet. This is Quran chapter 71 verse number 19. Different verse in the Quran. The Muslim, they say to you, the Quran says that the earth is round. And what they say the Quran say the word dahaha. The fact the word dahaha is not round, it is making it flat, literally.
Yeah.
Chapter 79 verse number 30. There's like 1,000, 2,000 million videos in YouTube speaking about this verse, saying Allah, he says the earth is round. Let me go to the interpretation and everybody will laugh. Chapter 79 verse number 30. Here we go. And this is their Muslim scholars. You will see that the earth is a flat. Allah saying clearly that Allah, he made it a flat. We are not guessing. We are not guessing. This is what the verse saying. But in the YouTube, the Muslims, an idiot guy who don't, he's a kid. He make a video saying that the word dahaha mean round because it's mean the egg, brother, egg. Do you see the word egg here? Read. It says, and after that he spread out the earth. He made it flat. It had been created before the heaven, but without having been spread out. This is what dahaha mean. But in the Muslim videos, the word dahaha in a miraculous way became an egg. You can go to any interpretation, Ibn Kathir, all of them. The word dahaha mean he made it flat.
Oh, that means I think I understand what you mean now. That means you are saying, right, that the reason why Muslims are commanded to face the Kaaba is because Muhammad said that the
earth is flat.
The earth is flat.
Yeah, like if you go, there's different hadith. There's different hadith where Muhammad, he says the following, that Allah, he come down. Allah, he come down every night in the third part of the night.
Then they have to explain.
I lost you, my friend. What you were saying?
Imran.
Okay, no, what you were saying, I lost you. Your voice cut.
Okay, so what I'm saying is that, right, the only reason why the Muslims are told to face the Kaaba, okay, is because the Quran says that the earth is flat.
Yes.
Because if Muhammad knew the earth was round, he wouldn't have asked the Muslim to face the Kaaba because it's impossible.
Okay.
How do you face the Kaaba?
My friend, this is a hadith. Look at this. Muhammad saying, our Lord, the blessed, the exalted, descend every night to the lowest heaven when 1/3 of the later part of the night. Let's say the 1/3 is like 2 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so Allah come down every night at 2 a.m. in the morning. But this is mean Muhammad saying that it is only one time in the earth, 2 a.m. in the morning. Everybody have night in the same time. Because if Allah, he come down every 2 a.m. in the morning, that means Allah, he cannot leave because there is 2 a.m. in many time. You know what I mean? How many 2 a.m. we have? People, how many can give me a scientific number, please? How many time zone we have in this earth? I forgot, since we studied this when we were in a high school. I forgot the number. So we have many time zones. So what 2 a.m.? That's mean Allah never leave the earth because he had to keep coming up, down, like take an elevator. What is that? So Muhammad is saying he come only once. He don't come coming up and down. No, he come. He descend only at that time. 24 time zone. That means Allah will never leave because the day is 24 hours. Right?
But that's
how Muhammad he say that? Because Muhammad, he is speaking about a flat earth.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, I know. The reason why I believe that he was speaking about a flat earth is if he knew that the earth was round, he wouldn't have asked the Muslim to face the Kaaba because it's impossible.
My friend,
how do you face the Kaaba?
Forget about the Kaaba. I have more important news for you. Forget about the Kaaba now. What about this?
Yeah.
What about this? The baby, how the baby is made? The baby made is from sperm and the sperm became
Okay,
a dead blood. Have you ever
Yeah, I
heard of a crazy
I
God like this? Okay, what kind of God you think that the baby was a sperm and they became and turned into blood, and then the blood became like a flesh, and then the flesh became a bone, and then after the bone, Allah He closed the flesh with the bone with the flesh. How that
Mhm.
can be from God?
Yeah,
So
I've heard your explanation before.
yeah,
So I'm still trying to try to digest
is your
you know
wife next
what
to you, Amran? Is your wife next to you?
no,
Why you don't let her listen to this?
she doesn't understand English.
Okay, you promise me you will explain to her in your language.
Yeah.
Okay, promise of a man, huh? Save this woman from this cult.
Okay.
And what do you think now? Okay, as long like you look like you are agreeing with me, so you still think you're a Muslim? Why you don't leave Islam?
Okay, can you call me back in about 5 minutes time? 5 minutes.
All right, take care. I mean, why in the world someone he marry a woman and because of the woman religion he changed his religion to her religion? I mean, what is that? I mean, I will never exchange my God for a woman. With my respect to all ladies in the world, and a woman, she should not exchange her God to all men in the world. How we do that? How we betray the truth just for the sake of a person he will be in my bed? Now, do we have any Muslim he wanna say something to us? Until now, the Muslims, when they try to give us evidence about Muhammad being a prophet, it's a funny evidence. What evidence? Allah supported the prophet, peace upon him, in a physical what? In a physical what? Miracles. Like what? Muhammad, he have a physical miracles which he challenged his people. Among the most important, those who were splitting the moon. Hold on. Allah, he supported Muhammad by splitting the moon? Let us go to the Quran and laugh. The Quran doesn't say that. Yes, Amran.
Hold on. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Hello?
Yes, Amran. What do you think about the moon splitting, the Amran?
The moon?
The moon split. Muhammad, the Muslim, they claim that Muhammad, he split the moon. Is that true?
I'm not. I've never heard about that before.
Okay, the verse in the front of us says the Muslim in the article saying the proof that Allah supported Muhammad with a miracle. Which miracle is that? Allah split the moon. But even the Quran doesn't say that. Read carefully. It says, the hour has drawn near and the moon has been cleft asunder. Here they put between two brackets, the people of Mecca requested Muhammad SAW to show them a miracle. And then he showed splitting the moon. So
Yeah.
the Muslim, they claim that this is the Quran, by the way, doesn't say that. It says, it's just said a short sentence in Arabic, اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. But the same verse the Muslim they use to prove to us that Muhammad is a prophet is the same verse proving to us Muhammad is a false prophet. Because Muhammad, he said, he claimed that judgment day started. Because when he say اقتربت الساعة, it means it's almost there. And what is the sign? Here we go, the moon split. But this was 1400 years ago. And the moon did not split. This was the eclipse. So eclipse happened. Muslim claim that this is a miracle of Muhammad. Hold on. If this is a miracle of Muhammad, that means the Quran, all of it is a fabrication. Because there's verses who came after this verse saying that Muhammad has no miracle. So how this is a miracle Allah he gave to Muhammad?
Can I ask you what is the Arabic? What is the Arabic word for abrogation?
ننسخ النسخ.
Yeah, because I've ever asked an ustaz before. So I say, why is it that both hadith are sahih, but the problem is that why are they saying different things? So then he told me, the reason why there's the so-called a contradiction is because of the rule of well, what is the Arabic word again?
Are you driving your car, my friend?
Yeah, I just got down. Yeah.
Okay.
So what was I saying just now?
Okay.
Oh yeah. So
my friend, let me focus on my topic. Let me tell you something. I want you to listen carefully. Go and listen to my YouTube, and I want you to call me to confirm to me that you really believe in Islam is not from God. Because obviously you are saying to me you don't agree with them and you agree with me. So why you are staying as a Muslim? Why you don't say right now I'm out of Islam?
Yeah, in my mind I have many doubts,
Okay, so why you don't say right now? Those are not doubts. Those are, we confirm them. They are true. Muhammad is a liar, obviously. So why you don't say right now I am out of this cult? Why you are wasting your time?
Yeah, actually I believe I'm already out because I don't. Okay. I got too many doubts.
So Umran, our friend Umran here, he just decided to leave Islam. That's wonderful. Umran, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to go and sit with your wife, bring her to sit next to you, ask her friendly, nicely, can you listen to this guy? I will translate to you. And then you and your wife, you are welcome to call me, even in private if you want. And you can translate to her, and I will be happy to answer her questions and to show her that Islam is not from God. What do you say?
Yeah.
So we can save your family, all of them, not only you, because now half of the family is saved. Saved, let us say, not in the full meaning, saved from Islam, but still there's many things need to be saved from. So what do you think?
Yeah, maybe one day, but I have to explain to her.
All right. Yeah. So now what do you think about being a Christian? You left Islam, you decide to leave Islam. Why you don't want to be Christian?
Because I'm not. Because like I asked you earlier, I don't understand. Is salvation guaranteed in Islam or? Sorry, is salvation guaranteed in Christianity?
My friend, there's nothing. There's nothing. It's called guarantee. It's you who guarantee salvation for yourself. It's you. Let me explain to you. You have a house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who is the one who built your house?
Who's the one who what?
Who built your house for you?
Yeah, I mean the contractor.
Contractor. If the contractor is bad, your house will collapse in the first earthquake. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the contractor in Christianity, it is you. You build your house. So you build your house either in a solid rocks or in a sand. So if your house is strong, built by you, by your hand, then your house will stay. That is what Jesus he is saying to you. Your salvation is granted by your hand. You see, he saved you, yes. He opened the door for you, but he says, knock at my door and I will open for you. So who is the one who is going to knock? Which is you. And what after that? You have to prove yourself that you are truthful, not just a person, a hypocrite who is saying, Jesus, I believe in you. Okay, now I know that Jesus is powerful and I know he will send me to hellfire. So I'm going to say to Jesus, I believe in you, but in the night time I'm going to go and sell drugs. At night time I'm a thief. At night time I'm a rapist. At night time, so in the morning I say something, afternoon I do something else. So Jesus saying to you, it is you, your faith. This is what Jesus says. Your faith saved you. Your faith. So if you have faith and your faith is truthful, you are guaranteed salvation. So truth is there in the truth, faith, not just a person saying a statement, I believe in Jesus. As just like now you call me, says, okay, I want to be Christian like Muslim Desu. I want to say Shahada. Who care about the Shahada here? That's hypocrisy act. The true Shahada, the true witnessing is to witness by your act. This is why Jesus said,
I'm not.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not trying to argue with you, but I just find it confusing because even Christians, right? I mean, I've spoken to them, even Christians themselves, they are confused whether is salvation guaranteed or is it not guaranteed.
No, those are not really. Maybe they are naive Christians. They are Christian by name. There's no Christian can be confused about salvation. That's not true. It take
No,
you
because
2 seconds,
if
my friend. It
if
take you 2 seconds. It take you 2 seconds to search Prophet Google, peace upon him, and you will find that Christianity teach one thing: salvation is granted in Christianity, but salvation is granted for
Hmm?
true
so
Christians.
is it guaranteed or is it not
It
guaranteed?
is, but for true Christians, not hypocrites. Why this is hard for you to understand? God, you cannot lie to God, can you? You think you can lie to God? So somebody says, okay, I'm going to say Shahada, but he don't believe really in Jesus. That person will not be
No,
saved. So saying I believe in Jesus will not save you. Doing,
no, no,
doing.
no. Actually, for me, I don't have a problem. I don't have the problem with the deity of Jesus Christ.
Hmm.
Okay, the reason is because in even in the Quran, right, it says that Jesus was born without a biological father, right?
Hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
So if Jesus was a human, then why is it that he doesn't have the father's DNA? Because every human has got to have the father's DNA as well, right?
Right.
So why do the Quran still call Jesus as a human when he doesn't have the father's DNA? Because in order for a baby to be formed, you need the father's and the mother's DNA, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So I don't have a problem with the deity of Jesus Christ, but what I have a problem is I won't call it a problem.
My friend, my friend. Read the
what I'm
Bible, my
confused
friend.
about.
No, you should not be
Yeah.
confused. The Bible is full of verses. You can go right now and type in Google where the Bible speak about salvation, and you will see the salvation is granted all over the Bible, but for true Christians. You cannot bribe God. Like somebody give donation and he think by giving donation he will go to heaven. No, false. False. You have actually Jesus, he said, if you give with the right hand, don't let the left hand know. And Muhammad, he copied that later. So Jesus, he don't want hypocrisy. He don't want people to repeat by their mouth, but their heart is empty. Jesus, he want real Christians. This is why I keep repeating this verse. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So here we have a condition. The condition is to be truthful. That's all. So if you are a true Christian, you do what a Christian do. If you are a Christian, you don't go rape, you don't go kill, you don't go torture, you don't go and hate the Muslims, you don't go slaughter people, you don't attack people, you don't hurt people. That's what is a Christian is about. So if you are a Christian, you do what Christ did. As simple as that.
No, but the problem is that sometimes it's not that you don't want to follow the good teachings of the Bible, you know. But what if you are not a very strong person? I mean, like, you know, for example, you know, you get tempted by women, you
my
know,
friend,
by
my friend,
and
my friend. This is not really what we are talking about. Let us say I commit sin. And who said to you I'm a perfect man? Who said to you I'm an angel? Who said to you that I'm coming from heaven? Who said to you I never commit sin? Who said to you I'm a person who never did something wrong? That's not what we are talking about. Every human being do wrong. But there's a huge difference between somebody, he says to you, like, okay, I believe in Jesus, etc. And then I make my lifestyle, not a mistake in my life. I make my lifestyle wrong. That's mean I'm a hypocrite, I'm a liar. But a person who commits sin, he repent to God. He asks, God, please, I fell down in this hole, please help me. That is accepted. So decency. It's about decency.
No, I'm talking.
I know what you are talking about. You get tempted. I understand. But decency, then if you are a decent person, you will fight it. You will work hard. You always will have temptation. Yes, this is true. And God, he understand. God, he knew how he made you. He's not like just speaking from above from his balcony. I want you to be perfect, but he don't understand your nature. This is why he sent you Jesus to save you, because you have that nature. So he understands you very well. He understands your weakness, but he gave you many tools to resist, to fight. So the fight is like, we got sick. Let us say I have a virus now. Okay. But God, he gave me white cells to fight the virus. He did not leave me alone. You understand? Okay. So either you give up to the virus or you fight hard against it. So if you are a truthful person, you fight against it, even though you are still a sinner. But you are fighting, you are doing your best. God is watching. God, he knew what you are doing. So that is a person who we can call him Christian, for he is fighting sin.
No, CP, I'm not trying to argue with you, but I sincerely don't understand. Okay, like what you're referring to is intentional sin, right? What I'm referring
not necessarily, because sometimes no, my friend, I don't want to go like, you know, intention. There's nothing is called intentional, not intentional. All sin is intentional. All sin. You know it's wrong. When you go sleep with, yes, when you go and sleep with the woman, she is not yours. You know it's wrong. What intentional? Like what happened? You were in the bed and suddenly the roof opened and the woman jumped in the top of you. What intentional? Like you remind me of a fatwa where it says if a man he has a private part is a woman a private part in an accident. How that can happen? Like what? You were driving your car and then you shoot the brake and then you hit the woman before you. This is funny and silly. There's nothing called not intentional. All sin is intentional because God gave you a brain. You are not an animal. You are not a you are not a mosquito. You are not a goat. You are a human being who have a brain. So you know that this is wrong. When you shed the blood of a person, you do not know that this is wrong. When you steal money, you do not know that this is wrong. When you look at a woman, she is not yours. You know that this is wrong. So there's nothing is called not intentional. This is an excuse. People, they like to give themselves excuse. Me myself, you know, okay, I want to feel comfortable. I want to feel better. So I give myself excuse about what I did.
Yeah, but Paul said in his letter, right? I've read the Bible. You know, he said that he talks about unintentional sin. Paul was saying that the things I want to do, I do not do. The things I do not want to do, yet I do. Oh, what a wretched man I am. You know that verse?
No, this is you saw Paul always speak in a sarcastic way. Like a second ago, I was talking about myself as an ugly person. All right, make fun of myself doesn't mean Paul he's saying he's ugly. So you need to understand what Paul, like Paul, what he says, if my lies, and the Muslim they say, you see, Paul is saying he's lying. Paul is not saying that. People accuse him that he's lying about Jesus being God. He's lying about the Bible. So he says, if my lie is about to glorifying him, not myself. So what lie will do to me? So is he saying he's lying? He's not saying he is lying. No. He is saying that his lies are not lies.
No. What Paul is saying is that he's unable to overcome his sin. He said, right, the things I want to do, I do not do. The things I do not want to do, yet I do. Oh, what a wretched man I am. Who shall save me from, you know? So
he's okay. So, this is okay. When a person he meditate and speaking to the Lord, saying, you know, Lord, be with me. Lord, help me. You see, we don't claim victory by ourselves. We claim victory by the Messiah. But the truth is, was Paul able to fight his sin? Yes. And the proof, he sacrificed his life. He left his life, the fancy life he used to have. He's a Roman citizen. He is a big shot in the Roman Empire. And then he leave and he followed Jesus. He start working, making tents just to make earning, to make living. So Jesus, you know, Jesus, he saved Paul. And Paul, he was not alone. So you are speaking like now you are saying to yourself, okay, Messiah, help me. I am, you know, what I can do, what I shall do. This is how you compare yourself to what Paul is saying. Paul, he did not became like he was yesterday. He was a different person. Today he's just a new person. Yes, the Lord, he saved him. The Lord, he spoke to him. But in the same time, there is a process of this person to go through his life. He's suffering. So he is meditating. He's asking God, talking to God. That is not Paul being or saying that I am doing sin which is not intentional. You see, if I do things I do not want to do. I do things I don't want to do, which means he is resisting those things. He knew they are wrong.
Yeah.
So if I just say to you, like, okay, you see somebody, you see, let us say money. You are walking in the street and you saw money in the, you know, fell from the pocket of somebody walking in front of you. You know that this is not your money. Even if you found it in the ground, you do not steal it. But this is stealing. So here you do something. You take the money and you pick it up and you put it in your pocket. So you do something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You don't want to do. You know it's wrong, but you do it because you get tempted. So you do sin always intentionally. The only sin I can say not intentional, let us say I killed a person. I'm driving my car and I hit a person. Killing is a sin, yes, but I did not want to kill him. I never drove my car to kill anyone. So in this case, maybe we can say it's not meant to this is not a sin actually, because you did not really think about it. This is not what you why drive the car. So this, we can't say this is really a sin. This is an accident.
Okay, I understand. I understand. So I got another question which is related as well. This is also a very difficult question, and I think you are the best person to answer it. Now the question is that even the Christians cannot decide, right? Are the 10 Commandments valid for today? Because some Christians say that, you know, the 10 Commandments are under the Old Covenant. So you say when you,
my friend, it's not. This is not about the Christian. It's up to them to say or not to say. The 10 commandment is the same commandment of the Messiah himself. He is the Lord of the Jews. He is the Alpha. He is the Omega. He gave them the commandment. However, you see, the Jews, they have a wrong understanding of the commandment. As an example, when Jesus says to them, Sabbath was made for the man, not the man was made for the Sabbath. Okay, so the Jews, they are commanded not to work in the Sabbath, but the Jews, they took it literally. They took the reason for it, that the Sabbath was not made for God. So now if somebody is sick, somebody is dying, what we do? We don't help him because it's Sabbath. If somebody is hungry, we don't feed him. No, listen, I'm answering you. So the commandment of God being given to us, and we keep them. The difference is that Jesus, he explained the wrong understanding of the Jews. This is why he says Sabbath was made for the man, not man was made for the Sabbath, which means the man come first. So if doing something in the Sabbath to save a man or for the benefit of the man, then we do it. The Sabbath is not for God. You see, the Jews, they used to work 7 days a week. They love money, so they want to make more money, and they even some of them, the slaves cannot take a break. Nobody rest. So Sabbath was to enforce them to take a break. It was for their benefit. Otherwise, God, what he will do with your Sabbath? What God will do with your Sabbath? Nothing. He will rest.
So your answer is that the 10 Commandments are still valid for Christians under the New Covenant.
There's nothing is called a New Covenant and Old Covenant. It is the same God, and we have a better understanding. As simple as that. Like the same when the Jews, they wanted to stone the women. Correct? Okay, the Jews are doing the law of Moses, the law which is given to Moses. The law is given in the Old Testament. So what Jesus says to them, if one of you without sin throw your stone. He did not say don't do it. He didn't say it's not valid. He didn't say I abrogate it. He didn't say I change it. He says all of you are a bunch of hypocrites.
Then if the 10 Commandments are still valid today, then why is it that there's another verse? Sorry, these are very sincere questions. I really don't understand. That's why I'm asking you. Now, if the 10 Commandments are still valid, there's a verse, I can't remember where is it, you know, in the New Testament that says, right, that whoever is under the Spirit, they are not under the law. So how do you become a real Christian? Do you become a real Christian by following the 10 Commandments?
Jesus, he said, I came to fulfill, not to destroy. He came to fulfill, not to destroy, to complete. So his coming is to complete, and is complete by him. He gave us the understanding. He gave us the explanation. He gave us, like as an example, the Jews always, because this is what the law teaching them, you should not eat this, you should not eat that. And the Jews, they took it like, because if you eat them, that will make you dirty. This is not the reason. So eating those things are forbidden for your benefit, like forbidding the pig, because the pig, he eat anything in the ground, including dead people. You know, this, we are talking about time where people get killed and they thrown in the road, and the people crucified, and they left they throw them and dump them in the dumpster. So pigs, they eat anything. So it was forbidden for a reason. So Jesus then, he said, it's not what go inside your mouth will make you dirty, it's what come from your mouth. But did he say that the old teaching is wrong? He did not say that. He correct their understanding. This is not about being dirty and clean. What make you clean is not what make you dirty as you think. What make you clean is what your mouth coming out, the word coming out from your mouth, is not eating some piece of meat. That will not make you dirty. It's your words, your mouth.
But you haven't answered my question. My question was, the verse in the New Testament says, right, for anyone who is under the law, for anyone who is under
listen. just to make it simple for you, there's in that the Jews been given the law, waiting for the Messiah to come. You know that, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now the Messiah came.
Yeah.
So the salvation before, it was by following the law step by step. The salvation of the
Correct.
Messiah by believing in the Messiah and whatever the Messiah he said to us. So before, people, they have a law, and the only way to be saved is the law, to be obedient to the law. After the Messiah, the Messiah is your savior, is not the law. However, the law is still there. Nothing changed. Have you ever heard of a Christian saying to you, we don't believe in the Old Testament?
No.
Okay. So law was given, and given for a reason. A law was given to someone who exists 3,000 years ago for a reason. Now, if that law was given, there's a law was given for a reason at that time. As an example, when Musa says to them, if you want to go and do your dirt, you have to walk away from the camp, etc. What does this have to do with me today? Nothing, because you know, my bathroom is in my house. The things is a lot cleaner. So there's things have to do with timing and reasoning of timing. There's things have to do with eternal purpose. Eternal purpose, not to lie, not to kill, not to cheat, not to steal. Those will not change. But there's other things which have to do with certain things the Jews, they live in their time. They are not for today. They are for the Jews who live at that time. So you are mixing things up. You are mixing things up about things given for a reason, about the commandment. The commandment, nothing changed in it. Nothing changed in it. Like do the Christian believe that we should kill? Do the Christian believe we should steal? Do the Christian believe that we should commit adultery? Do the Christian believe that we should do it, the whole no, the Christians, they still believe in the 10 Commandments. Nobody can say.
What you are saying is that the principle of the 10 Commandments are valid, but the 10 Commandments are not valid. Is that what you're saying?
My friend, the 10 Commandments is valid, because if the 10 Commandments is not valid, how the principle is valid? You are funny, my friend. The 10 Commandments is valid. This is why we have to obey the principle of the 10 Commandments. I cannot steal. I cannot kill. It is valid for eternity. It is not for certain time. I was speaking about things is not in the 10 Commandments. Those things are law made for people to survive, for their health, for their safety, for their security. That's it. But the 10 Commandments, it was not temporarily. It was not for a certain time. Do you understand me?
I think so.
Okay. Now listen, I have to go back to my topic. Now you decide to leave Islam, feel free. Think, read the Bible again carefully. Salvation is granted in the Bible, and the verses is so clear. It says in the front of you, I'm quoting now Matthew 7:21-23. Not everyone, and this is the verse always I repeat because it's very important. Not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, shall enter the kingdom of the heaven, but the one who does the will of my Father. So the will of his Father is the 10 Commandments. The will of his Father, not to kill. The will of the Father is not to steal. The will of the Father is not to lie. The will of the Father is not to be hypocrite. The will of the Father is there. So you do the will of the Father and you call him Lord, and then your salvation is granted. So now we have a clear things Jesus is asking us for. To be, this is why he says, be perfect like your Father, be holy. Be holy, which means it's a project to work in. You will not be holy, you will never be holy, but be holy. Be holy, follow me. And the one who follow me, he will be victorious. So every Christian will be saved, and the true Christian is the one who do his work as much as he can to be holy. He is not going to be holy, and no man will be holy. All of us are sinners. But it's a mission to walk through. Who said to you that the Christian Prince is holy? I am not a holy man. I'm a sinner man. So me, the sinner man, I cannot be saved by myself. I need the Messiah to help me, the Messiah to save me. So me, I fight my sin by his help, and I work hard against my sin, which means I work against myself, because myself will bring me into temptation, into sin. So I work against myself and I go and fight it, and that's what the Messiah is saying. So if you are a truthful person, you fight your sin. If you are not, you give up, you live it, and you think that you are a Christian, fake a Christian, by putting a cross in your neck, but yet you are a drug dealer, you are a criminal, you are a rapist, you are a person who even is not good to his parents, you are a person who is not even good to his neighbor, you are a fake Christian. That is what Jesus is talking about. True Christians are saved. There's nothing is called true Christian, by the way, and not true Christians. Either you are Christian or not. This is why he says you cannot, like, you cannot be either you are sweet, either you are hot or cold. Warm water is disgusting. So in Christianity is not exist. So either you are warm or cold, so I can swallow you. A Christian who is so is not exist. He is now Christian. He have to have a taste, and the taste have to be good. My friend, I have to go back to my topic. You took me away from my topic.
Sorry for interrupting you.
No problem.
Thank you for taking the time to speak to me.
You're welcome.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No
the conversation.
I'm happy that you left Islam, and that's a good thing at least. Thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
Take care.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye.
All right. Now, does a Christianity guarantee salvation? Yes, but not to the hypocrite. Christ is not a person who wants shahada. You say 2 words and you put your finger up to the sky and that's it, you are saved. That's silly and stupid. Or you say the name of Ar-Rahman 33 times. What? You say Allah grant me paradise, grant me paradise, grant me paradise 3 times, you go to heaven. What is that? What is that? This is silly. This is additional proof that Muhammad, he cannot be a prophet of God. And look at this hadith here. Allah, he come down every night and ask people who is praying for me. I mean, if God is all knowing, why he need to come down to the lowest heaven? You have a God who have to come down physically every night so he can hear you. Allah, he have a wrong reception.